Hello everyone and welcome to the Reyburn School. Today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about mini layouts and why I use them. Mini layouts are nice because they're much less intimidating than working full scale. And you can work quickly and you can work in a small space and figure out how you're going to start your project. So mini layouts help me figure out how I'm going to manipulate my pattern before I start. Each student gets a pattern book like this. This is one from the skirts, right? And these are your blocks. So basically you have your top, your skirt, your sleeve, and your pant. And if you think about it, your body, you have torso, you have front and back, you have arms, right? You have two legs that are connected to a torso. Hands are considered gloves, feet are considered shoes, head is considered a hat. So when you're talking about apparel, that's your foundation. And if you can make this foundation fit whatever your goal is, and there's no standard, I don't want to get in trouble, but there's no standard. We try to create a standard, but very few people hit that standard. I would say maybe 10% of the people are really good, really good off the rack. I'm really good off the rack. So I'm kind of my shoulder slope is just right, and I'm average height. I'm not too high, I'm not too short. The only thing about me is my arms are a little bit long. I think a half inch longer than norm. So I have to be careful with that. But once you start knowing your body, you know what looks good on you. So that's why I use miniature layout, and I use them for everything. Here's a pant. Here's a back. I have two backs here. Here's a back and here's a front. Right. And I'll use my mini sheet to sit here and figure out, okay, how am I going to do that? What volume am I going to put on the leg? And do I want to open up the leg? And do I want to put a little bit more on the inseam or on the outseam? And you can kind of make your decisions right here to get your proportions right, so that when you're working full scale, you're not wasting a lot of paper, you're not wasting a lot of time, right? So, and also it's a really good homework tool. In class, I actually give homework. For every hour of class, there's an hour of homework. So, and the homework includes garments where I'm giving you a garment and I need you to make the pattern for that. And you do it in a form that is in miniature. That's what that Jabari dress would look like. I don't know if you can see that. Right, and I've kind of overlaid it. I showed you that it has a side, there's a big ruffle. The back, you need to open it up if you want to train. And then here's the actual dress. You see the dress with the big ruffle? And also there's a pocket behind that little ruffle there, so you can slip in your pocket. And you can do it with sleeve with the ruffle or sleeveless with the ruffle. But the ruffle is pretty bouffant. And you can do a simple ruffle or you can do a really, who I want to say, who would wear a big ruffle like that? A diva would wear a big ruffle like that, like Patti LaBelle or Jessie Norman or Leontine Price. We're talking true divas, right? So that's miniature, and that's why we do it in miniature. Then once you've figured out miniature, we go to the big table and we open our book because we have a reference of what we did in miniature, and we use that as a reference to do it big. So I call it full scale and fearless.